Will Ole Miss make the 12-team playoff? Let's break it down. Alright, college football fans, brace yourselves. We're just days away from the second set of college football playoff rankings dropping. And there's one big question on everyone's mind. Will Ole Miss make the 12-team bracket? Now, let's set the stage. The Ole Miss Rebels are sitting pretty at 8-2 after a huge 28-10 win over Georgia at home on Saturday. Talk about a statement win. This one wasn't just about the W. It was about the revenge of Lane Kiffin's offseason efforts. Last year, Ole Miss got dominated in the trenches by the Bulldogs. But this time, they came out firing on all cylinders. That defensive line? Absolute beast mode. They were wrecking Georgia's offense in the rain, making a lot of people rethink just how much of a playoff contender Ole Miss really is. In the first set of rankings, the Rebels were sitting at number 16. But we're predicting they'll be climbing, and climbing fast, into that 12-team bracket on Tuesday night. Now, the real question is, how high will they go? Could Ole Miss actually jump into the playoff field and kick Georgia out for the time being? It's definitely possible. After all, Georgia does have that nice win over Texas. But they also now have 2 losses, one to Alabama and one to Ole Miss. And here's the kicker. The committee is going to have to look hard at those 2 losses when making their decisions. Honestly, how could you keep a team like Georgia in the top 12 after losing to both of the teams that beat them? But hey, don't count Georgia out just yet. Georgia still has a chance. They're playing Tennessee next week. And if they win, they're back in business. A loss, though, and Georgia is probably out of the playoff picture with 3 losses. It's do or die, folks. Now, let's take a look at what we think the playoff bracket will look like on Tuesday. Because things are about to get spicy. First round byes. Oregon, 10-0. The Ducks are cruising right now and are looking like the Big Ten champions we all thought they could be. After an easy win over Maryland, they're firmly in that number 1 spot. Texas, 8-1. With a wild SEC race on their hands. Texas is in a 3-way tie at the top. The Longhorns play Texas A&M in the final week. And whoever wins might be headed straight for the SEC championship game. BYU, 9-0. A heart-stopping win over Utah, thanks to a clutch 44-yard field goal in the final seconds, means BYU is looking stronger than ever and set to snag the Big 12 title. Miami, 9-1. A loss to Georgia Tech hurt. But the Hurricanes are still riding high. We're guessing they stay ahead of SMU in the rankings. But don't be surprised if SMU pulls an upset. The projected playoff matchups could be fireworks. Number 12 Boise State, 8-1. Versus number 5 Ohio State, 8-1, now. This could be fun. Boise took care of business versus Nevada, and Ohio State, well, they beat Purdue, but no one's really impressed by that. If the Broncos can upset Ohio State, watch out. But we're betting on the Buckeyes here. Number 11 Ole Miss, 8-2. Versus number 6 Penn State, 8-1. A rematch of last year's Peach Bowl, where Ole Miss came out on top. And let's be real, both teams are better than they were last year. Ole Miss has a much stronger defense now. And Penn State's offense is finally clicking, despite a hiccup versus Ohio State. This would be a killer matchup. Number 10 Notre Dame, 8-1. Versus number 7 Tennessee, 8-1. The Fighting Irish crushed Florida State on Saturday, but could fall a spot after Alabama's big win over LSU. Tennessee, meanwhile, is hoping to get Nico Iamaleava back at full strength for their showdown with Georgia next week. Could this game be a playoff preview? Maybe. Number 9 Alabama, 7-2. Versus number 8 Indiana, 10-0. This one is unexpected but equally exciting. Indiana just moved up to number 5 after their dramatic win over Michigan, and we could see them climbing even higher. But Alabama, coming off a big LSU victory, might be ready to make a deep playoff run, even with 2 losses. Who's ready for this matchup? So, there you have it. The Ole Miss Rebels are looking like they're just on the cusp of breaking into that playoff bracket. But with Georgia, Tennessee, and others still in the mix, the playoff race is far from decided. What do you think? Will Ole Miss be in the top 12 after Tuesday's rankings? Or will Georgia keep their spot for now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest playoff drama as it unfolds. This rewrite keeps things light, fun, and engaging while still covering all the key details. Hopefully, it helps you grab your audience's attention and keep them entertained. Let me know what you think.